Oh, hey there. Welcome to Learning Labs. Today we're in Biology and Science, grade 5-6, and we're looking at body systems. If you clicked on this video, this means you're on level 1 or episode 1, where we're talking about levels of organization in organisms. In episode 2, we'll talk about the circulatory system. 3 is all about digestive, 4 is all about excretory system. And then we have respiratory system, and finally, how's a team work all together? In this episode, we're just looking at level 1, which is levels of organization in organisms. So what are systems? Systems are made up of individual parts, just like a car, just like any business, okay? Individual parts that are working together, usually connected to one or more systems. Here we have a diagram, okay? It is levels of organization. All right, it starts out as cells, which is the smallest part of human biology. Okay, then a bunch of cells together can combine to create tissues. Okay, so a bunch of tiny cells, like blood cells, tissue cells, skin cells, muscle cells, right? They combine to create a tissue, like a muscle tissue, like the bicep. Okay, so a bunch of millions of cells combine to make a tissue. Those tissues combine with other tissues to make an organ, like the lungs here is my example, right? That's one organ connects to a bunch of other organs or other types of tissues to create a system. Which system is the lungs connected to? The respiratory system. Okay, and that system connects to a bunch of other systems to create the human. Okay, 4 main types of tissues here. We have the muscle tissue, the nerve tissue, connective tissue, and epithelial tissue. Let's look at muscles. Muscle tissues, obviously they're responsible for the movement, right? Movement of the body, such as walking, lifting, writing, all involve muscle tissues. It allows your body to move in ways sometimes you can't even see. For example, muscle tissue in the heart. It's beating right now, right? I'm not controlling that. I can't even see it. I can feel it. And it's working because I'm still alive. But there's muscles in the body that you don't see that are working. We have nerve tissue, right? So nerve tissue, just like I said before, transmits messages through the body. Okay, it's a big messenger. It's like email, right? It's crucial for safety because it tells how to respond, tells the body how to respond to various changes inside and outside of the body. For example, I'm cooking the other day, cooking some eggs, and a little hot water splashes on me, or I think it was grease, right? And it hits my hand, and my body flinches. I flinch, and I move away. So the body recognized there's a pain there, right? We got to get out of there. Let's move away. That's what it did. Send those signals to the muscles move, I spasm, and I realize, I'm in pain. I got to move away. There's some danger here. So here we have a diagram. We have the human head, that's the brain. Within there is the neuron, okay? That yellow thing is the receptors, and the blue is where they send the signal across to the next. And they're all holding hands, like a big chain. So this guy over here, he's holding my hand, and I'm holding his, and I'm holding the next guy. All right? He sends the signal to me, move the body, move the bicep that way. Okay, I'll send that to this guy. And that goes all the way down into the muscle cell or muscle tissue there, and into the individual cells. They tell the cells and the tissue, hey, we gotta move, we're in pain, let's go. So then the muscle contracts, it goes like this. And when it contracts, it moves the body, so I flinch, move all the body out of the way. Onto connective tissue. This is pretty easy. Connections, just like wires, yeah, you're connecting stuff together to keep stuff together, right? That's what it's all about. It holds tissues together, protects and insulates, okay? Insulates means keeps heat in there, okay? So it's fibrous, meaning it's kind of like a little bit of strong fiber, like let's think of it, like a strong tissue or like napkins, they're fibrous. It gives the organ some type of structure. It's like little steel rods in buildings, but these are a little bit more flexible, all right? Tendons are like in your knees, the toward actually, which is a tendon in your knee. Right? And that tendon holds all the bones together. It connects all your knee joints together and the muscles together so that it can operate smoothly. If one of those is torn, you cannot use it smoothly, and actually he had to use crutches. And yeah. All right, moving on to epithelial. Okay, this covers our body and internal organs. All right, it's a barrier as well as protection, absorption, and secretion. Okay, so what are we talking about here with protection? Protection is we have millions of blood vessels in our arms, right? Blood is flowing all the time, everywhere. Anybody ever got cut before? You'll know you get cut, a little bit of blood comes out, put a band-aid on it, back to work, right? But imagine if you didn't have skin, right? You didn't have that protective barrier, and you got cut right on the vein. Now blood is spurting everywhere, and we'll bleed out and we'll die, right? So this skin that we have on us is a protective barrier, right? Absorption, what does that mean? So sometimes you'll see if you're in a pool for a long time or maybe a hot shower, your body starts to wrinkle up, right? So that is osmosis. You don't need to know that right now, but you'll learn in high school where fluids are being exchanged through the barrier. So the barrier is not rubber seal. It's not waterproof. Stuff goes through, stuff comes out. Like sweat, secretion. That's what secretion is all about, okay? Secreting sweat, that's our skin lets it out to cool the body, right? You ever spray on a hot day, spray some water in your neck, and then the wind comes by, ooh, nice and cool, right? That's what sweat's all about. It allows the skin to lower its temperature, the body lowers temperature through the water, catching some of that cold air. So the nucleus is near the core, so the bottom part is near the bones of the body, and then the column or epithelium goes up. Column, right? Epithelium, epithelial cell, so it all makes sense. And the nucleus is nice and close to the middle or near the bone, so that it's protected as well if you get a cut. All right, on to activity 1. So if you're on our website, you can download it. I think it is below this video, and give it a shot. This will give us some practice on how the levels of organization work in an organism, and apply some of your learning today.